Hello students. Next chapter of your computer science is input, output and memory devices. Okay. So according to the syllabus, this is the second chapter that you are learning in this first PUC. Okay. So input, output and memory devices. In this chapter, you will be getting total of 6 marks. Okay. So 1 marks, 1 question will be there, and 2 marks, 1 question will be there, and 3 marks, 1 question will be there for your examination. So totally you are going to get 6 marks from this chapter. Okay. So before starting this chapter, input output devices and what is memory devices and all. So as we all know that computer is an electronic machine that helps to store the data, process the data, and that will perform some operation according to the user requirement, right? So computer systems are proved to be useful only when they are able to communicate with the external environment. That means user has to send some data and instruction. So according to the user requirements, it's going to perform some operation, then it will produce some output, right? So that computer is very useful electronic machine. That means that input and output devices helps the outer environment or external environment in order to communicate with the computer system. Okay, so that input and output devices are very essential for the communication with computer system. Okay, so that they are also known as peripheral devices. That means combination of input and output devices along with the memory or storage is known as what? Peripheral devices or peripheral component. So that is very important. Okay, so mainly why we need computer? In order to process some data. Okay, so according to the user requirement, it's going to process the data. And as we all know that data and instructions are very essential. Okay, so you can call it that as asset for an communication. So data and instructions are very important. Through input and output devices, we can send the data into the computer system in order to communicate with each other. Okay, so this is regarding brief introduction about why we need input and output devices and what is memory units and all. Okay, so in this session we'll see what is input and output devices, why it is essential for our requirement. Okay, so here we have two kinds, that is hard copy devices and non-hard copy devices. So that non-hard copy in the sense that can also be called as soft copy. Okay, so hard copy devices in the sense which produce the output on a paper or on the permanent form. Okay, so for example hard copy devices andreno, it's going to produce the output is nothing but it must be visible to the user. Okay, first ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಡೇಟಾ ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ನ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಆಗಿ accept ಮಾಡಿ it has to perform some transaction or process. Okay, so after that process or operation it has to produce some output which is helpful to the user, right? So when the computer system or any input and output devices which produces the data or output on a paper is going to print some information or on the permanent form. That means you can also take any photo frames like that. Okay, or even flex banner, that is also can be taken as a permanent form. Okay, and that obtain an input by reading it optically or mechanically by sensing special printed information. Okay, so hard copy devices andreno, it has to produce the output on the paper or in the form of permanent form. Okay, so hard copy devices andre ಬರೋ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ permanent formal ಇರಬೇಕು. That means flex or banner, magazines, newspapers. So those can be considered as hard copy. And then so it has to read the input optically or magnetically by sensing the special printed information. Okay, so hard copy devices ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನಿರಬೇಕು ಪೇಪರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಆಪ್ಟಿಕಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ರೋ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಈವನ್ ಥ್ರೋ ಮೌಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡಿಂದ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ and then it's going to print the data in the form of on the paper or on the permanent form. Okay, then what is soft copy or hard copy? So soft copy ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಪಿ ಡಿ ಎಫ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಕಾಪಿನೇ ರೀಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ಔಟ್ ಓವರ್ ದ paper. If it is taken, then that will be considered as what? Hard copy. So if you are reading any notes on your mobile or even your laptop, so those will be considered as what? Soft copy. Okay, so that means non hard copy or soft copy presents the output directly to the user in a non permanent form. Okay, so that means we are not taking any, we are not taking or we are not printing the information physically. Okay, so that is we are reading that data or information virtually. Okay, so that non hard copy or soft copy devices presents the output directly to the user in a non permanent form, such as on the screen of a terminal, or input information directly to the user that results some action of the user. That means pressing of a key. So ಈ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಲೆಟರ್ನ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಕಾಪಿ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಲೆಟರ್, ಆರ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ manipulation, or I am not taking any permanent form. Okay, so that is regarding soft copy and hard copy. ಸೊ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಈಗ ನೋಟ್ಸು ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ಔಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಓದ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಕಾಪಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಟ್ information has been produced on some paper or even in the permanent form. Okay, so when you are reading that PDF in your mobiles or laptop, that will be considered as what? Soft copy. Okay, so this is brief introduction about what is input and output devices, why it is necessary. Okay, so now first see what is input devices and what are the input devices we are learning here. Okay, so input device is nothing but it is mainly used to feed the data into the computer. Okay, so data send ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ it's going to perform some operation. Okay, without data or instruction we cannot do anything, right? So that input devices are mainly used to feed the data into computer system. ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಡೇಟಾನ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗೆ ಫೀಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, this work will be done by input devices. So what it's going to do, it's going to connect the external environment into the computer system. So external environment in the sense we, that means users. Okay, so user ಏನೇನು ನೀಡ್ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, we are going to feed that as a data into the computer system through help of input devices. Okay, so input devices mainly used to feed the data into the computer system, and input devices are capable of converting the data into a form which can be recognized by the computer. Okay, so what it's going to do, it's going to convert the given data or instruction to the machine readable form. Okay, so as we all know that computer understands only zeros and ones, right? So that input devices is going to accept the data from the users or from the external world, then it's capable of converting that data into a form of which computer can understand or even recognize. Okay, so computer recognize ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾವುದು? ಮಷೀನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. ಆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ನಾವು ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಡೇಟಾನ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅ capability in order to convert the given data into a machine readable form. Okay, so data can be read into the computer for processing, and data must be translated into machine readable form. Okay, so this will be done by input devices, which could also be termed as the interfacing the component of a computer system possible. Okay, in order to communicate with a human with a computer system. So ನಾವು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು we need to send or we need to feed some data into the computer system. Then only it's going to process the data, then it will produce some information, right? So that will be done by input devices. Okay, a computer has several input devices. So in this we are naming some input devices. For example, we know that keyboard, mouse, trackball, joystick, scanner, light pen, barcode reader, OCR, optical character recognition, OMR, and MICR, etc. Okay, so these are some of the examples for input devices. Uh, if they have asked in examinations like name any two input devices or output devices, so you can name any of these: keyboard, mouse, trackball, joystick, scanner, light pen, barcode reader, OCR, OMR, and MICR are the examples for input devices. Okay, so that what is input device? Mainly the device which is used to accept the data and instruction from the user is called input device. What is input device? Name any two input device. In the sense you have to explain these two lines. That means the device mainly used to accept the data and instruction from the user, that is known as what? Input device. Okay, so now we'll see a first input device now, that is keyboard. Okay, so keyboard ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೋಡೇ ಇರ್ತೀರಾ. ಓಕೆನಾ? So while working on a computer system, you guys come across keyboard. Okay, so it's the most commonly used input device, that is keyboard. So it is mainly used to enter both numerical and character data type. Okay, so you can also enter numerics, that means 0 to 1, 0 to 9, no, you can fed the data, and character up to A to Z. Okay na? So ಎರಡು ತರ ಡೇಟಾನ ನಾವು ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. It can be either numerical or character type, right? So it is like a mechanical typewriter with alphanumeric and special keys, punctuation keys, functional keys to perform a specific task. Okay, so in ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ keyboard mechanical type, that means mechanical typewriter. ನಾವೇನ್ keystroke press ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, then it's going to fed that into the computer system. Okay, so what it contains? It contains alphanumeric, that means contains both alphabets and numerals from A to Z and 0 to 9, and special keys. It has some special keys: alt, shift, enter, those are the special keys, and punctuation keys. Okay, so inverted comma, double quotes, comma, slash, backslash, forward slash, parenthesis, flower braces, those are the punctuation and functional keys from F1 to F12. Okay, so in order to perform specific task, so the keyboard usually contains 101 to 104, that is based on the standard of a keyboard. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಯಿಂದ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೂ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೀಸ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ದ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಡಿಟೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಕೀ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಕರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ASCII code. So already we learnt in a previous session what is ASCII, that is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. That is a standard of an computer system code, so that it's going to recognize the keystroke by the user, then that will be going to generate the corresponding machine code. Okay, so ಈಗ ನಾನು A ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 65. Capital A is nothing but 65. Equivalent value of capital A is 65. So that it's going to convert that 65, that is in the form of decimal. Okay, so decimal will be converted into binary, then computer can understand 0 and 1. Okay, so that what it's going to do, so when we are pressing any key on the keyboard, it's going to generate the corresponding ASCII code. That ASCII code can be recognized by the computer system. Okay, so now we'll see what are the categories of keys. We are not talking about the types of keyboard, we are talking about the keys. Okay, keys are different and types of keyboard is different. Okay, so here we have three categories of keys, that is alphanumeric keys, special keys, and function keys. Okay, so three type ide: alphanumeric, special ಮತ್ತೆ function keys. So as the name indicate, what is alphanumeric? It contains alphabets and numerals. So A to Z capital letters ಮತ್ತೆ small letter, and then numerals, that is 0 to 9. Okay, and other special keys: greater than, less than, forward slash, question mark, and all other punctuations. Okay, So this is regarding alphanumeric keys. Then what is special keys? So second category of a keys is special keys that is used to perform a specific task. Particular ಆಗಿ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? We are going to use special keys. That is caps lock, tab, alt, control, delete, insert, shift key, enter key, number lock key, and so on. Okay, so even take delete, backspace, number lock, home, page up, page down, enter. So those are all the special keys that is mainly used to perform some specific task. Particular ಆಗಿ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕೀಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, so these are the example for that special keys. And we have another category called function keys. Okay, so first row ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? F1 to F12 function keys ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So now your task is to write down the special keys along with its function. Okay, so F1 ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, F2 ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, that will be assignment for you. You have to write a functions from F1 to F12. Okay, so it is mainly used for various functions and depends on the application. That is main important thing. Okay, according to the application it's going to perform some special task. Okay, so function keys na ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? Various function, that means shortcut ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay na, so shorthand for a sequence of operation F1 to F12. So F1 up to F12 specific function ಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನಲ್ಲಿ F1 ಒಂಥರ ಯೂಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಥರ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅದೇ ಕೀನ, ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೀನ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ application. So this is brief introduction about the keyboard and so what is keyboard and how many categories of keys are there and why keyboard are used and how many keys are there. That is regarding keyboard introduction. And now we'll see a types of keyboard. Okay, there are mainly 5 types of keyboard: standard keyboard, ergonomics or ergonomics keyboard, wireless keyboard, virtual keyboard, and then compact keyboard. Okay, so now we'll see a first type, that is standard keyboard. So as the name indicates, standard in the sense that has a basic layout. Okay, so the average number of keys on a regular keyboard is up to 105 to 108. Okay, that is depends on the company or even manufacturing company, like that. Okay, so QWERTY is a standard, QWERTY. So ನೀವು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೋ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಲ್ಫಾಬೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೋ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ QWERTY, that is QWERTY standard. Okay, so QWERTY keyboards are most commonly used and that have a 6 alphabets, that is QWERTY in a first row. That is regarding standard keyboard. Okay, so you can see in this image QWERTY is in the first row of an alphabets, that is standards. Okay, so next is ergonomics or ergonomics keyboard. It is refers to the study of method that can reduce stress on the muscles to avoid repetitive strain injury. So keyboard ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮಸಲ್ ಪೇನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಮಸಲ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದ stress on a muscles or in order to avoid some strain injuries to our muscles or arm bones, we are going to use ergonomics keyboard. Okay, so it mostly deals with optimizing posture, that means flexible irutte. Okay na, so keys are very smooth and technique while working, so the work can be carried out in the easiest manner. So ergonomics keyboard ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, flexible irutte, optimizing posture irutte. Okay na, so that reduces some stress on your muscle, that also reduces some strain injuries. Okay, so keyboard flexible irutte ಮತ್ತೆ keys are very smooth. Okay, so that we can carry out our work in a easier form. So this is regarding ergonomics keyboard. You can see here keyboards are in different format, that means that produces flexibility to our work. So next type of keyboard is wireless keyboard. So it is a keyboard that does not need to connect to the computer via wire. So wire ಇಂದ ಏನಾಗಿರಲ್ಲ connect ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆನಾ? This makes very convenient for the use of keyboard comfortably, so that we can take a keyboard on our lap and you can work easily. Okay, no need to worry about the wires and all. So wireless keyboards use Bluetooth or IR rays in order to connect to the computer. So ಈ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ವೈರ್ಲೆಸ್ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಲೂಟೂತ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ IR rays, that is infrared rays ಇಂದ connect ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, no need to use the wire in order to communicate with a computer system. So this is regarding wireless keyboard. So you can see the image here. So it doesn't contain any wire in order to compute or in order to communicate with a CPU. Okay, connection ge yavdu wire iralla. If you want to connect a wireless keyboard into the computer system, you have to use Bluetooth or IR rays, that is infrared rays. So next type of keyboard is virtual keyboard. Okay, so what we are using in our mobile phones are known as what? Virtual keyboard. Okay, so it is a software device that let to use the input data just like hardware keyboard. Okay na? So ಈಗ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವುದು ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೀಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದೇ ಓಪನ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್. ಸೊ ವರ್ಚುವಲ್ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಥರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಎ ಮೌಸ್ ಆರ್ ವಯರ್ ಟಚ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಅ ಮೌಸ್ ಆರ್ ಎ ಟಚ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ form. Okay, that is regarding virtual keyboard. So what we are having on our mobile phones are nothing but virtual keyboard. Okay, that is a separate application that we are going to open up and that will be controlled by some other applications. So it is a software device that does not exist physically. So next is compact keyboard. Okay, so these keyboards are very slim when compared to a standard one. Okay, so laptops ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು. In some laptop manufacturing system there is no separate number keys. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ 0 to 9 ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕೀಸ್ ಜೊತೆನೆ ಅಥವಾ ಪಂಕ್ಚುಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆನೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರರ್. ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಯಾವ್ದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ these type of compact keyboards are most used in laptops. Okay, so these keyboards are very slim and usually do not have the numeric keypad that is present on the right side of the keyboard. So as I told, it totally depends on the keyboard manufacturer. Okay, so the standard melu depend agirutte. So these type of keyboards are typically used in laptops. Okay, so there is no separate numerics on the keyboard. Okay, so this is regarding compact keyboard. So in this session we are done with what is keyboard and what is input devices and introduction about the input output and memory devices. So idrinda 6 marks questions barutte. 1 marks 1 question, 2 marks 1 question and 3 marks 1 question. So hardware andreno, hard copy andreno, soft copy andreno, then what is input devices, why it is necessary, and what are the examples for input devices, and what is keyboard and how many keys it contains, then what are the types of keys and what are the categories of keys, and what are the types of keyboard that we learnt in this session. So your work is to write down the operations or function which is performed by each function keys that you have to write in assignment book, and then go through all these things, write a running notes for this chapter. Okay, so ಈಗ ಏನು ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನ ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ keyboard and this could be important for 3 marks question or 2 marks question. Okay, thank you.